Alright, welcome back. Just need to wait another minute or two till it turns daytime. There we go. Go ahead and grab this. Alright, it's daytime, it's not so dangerous anymore. However, I'm going to point out that night spawns are still around. Okay, it takes a little while before they despawn. So I want to be careful. I don't want to just run out here all cockeyed, because there may be a wolf or a bear right outside this door. Alright, looks safe. I think I'm good. Alright, so I'm going to run back to this trader now. Now, the trader doesn't open until 6:05, and like I say, whatever you put your settings on is going to determine that, okay? I like the 2-hour days, so I like to have a long 2-hour day, so I know that my trader won't open until 6:05. If you're playing, if you put your settings on 1-hour long days, I don't know what time the trader opens, okay? You have to figure that out when you see it, okay? But on a 2-hour day, he will open at 6. So I'm going to start building my base. Okay, that's my next objective. All right. First off, since we picked Miner 69er, we can now make better tools. Okay, we can make a quality 2 tools now. All right. So I am going to make a new stone axe. Higher quality means I do more damage. There's two things you do damage to in this game. You do weapon damage and you do block damage. Block damage is when you're mining, okay? And remember, mining includes chopping down trees, okay, which is what we're going to be doing. Now, cement is very important to us right now, and cobblestone, because that's going to be what we're using to upgrade our base with, okay? So I just happen to spot this. I'm going to grab it real quick. Now, the best way to harvest cement and cobblestone is with a shovel, not the axe. Alright, the cement I'm not going to need till way later on because that's the next upgrade up. And I'm going to need lots of cement, okay, and lots of stone to make it. I'm not grabbing the cement now because I need cement. I'm grabbing the cement now because I'm going to convert it into stone, which is what I do need right now. See how much better the shovel is? First thing I want to do, okay, I'm going to need lots and lots of lumber to make my base, okay? And then I'm going to upgrade that base, that wooden base, I'm going to upgrade it to stone, cobblestone. That's where all my experience is going to come from. That's what's going to make my base really strong, okay? But it takes a long time to make cobblestone, all right? So the first thing that I want to do is I want to get some stone, and I want to get some clay. Because stone and clay are what's used to make cobblestone. See these bags? They usually have some kind of armor or something in them. That way, I'm going to get some stone and clay first to make the cobblestone. And since it takes like 30-40 minutes to make cobblestone, that way the cobblestone will be I'll be crafting the cobblestone while I'm chopping down trees. Okay. Understand that this is very boring, and it takes a bit of time to do. All right. But it gets going faster and faster because you'll level up fast and you'll keep putting points into the miner, and it'll keep getting better items, and you keep getting higher yield. So you get faster and faster and faster at it. So at first it's really slow, but tomorrow it'll be really fast. You see what I'm saying? I happen to, like I say, I'm a vet, and I recognize a lot of these POIs, and I happen to know that Buddy's Grain has a bunch of cement in it, but it also has a couple zombies in it. This is the advantage that the vets have. We know these things. So if you're picking it up, Buddy's Grain generally has some cement in it, and you can see it. You see? But I'm pretty sure there's a couple zombies in here. I gotta be careful. Yep, there he is. Alright, now the knife is actually a pretty good weapon. It's actually one of the strongest weapons. It does good damage, and it puts a dot on them, damage over time. It makes them bleed. Okay? But it's also very short range. You got to be careful with it. It takes some practice. Okay? If you listen, hear him? each time he does that, he's taking damage. That's the bleed effect, the damage over time. Okay, you can actually hit him and drag him around. On the lower levels, you can just run away and he'll die on his own here in a second. Okay, but I'm playing on Insane, so he has a lot of extra hit points, so I can't just kill him with the dot. So what I'll do is I'll put the bleed on both of them, kind of carry him around. I can switch to my spear now to put some range in between me and him. Right? He became enraged, so he's running. So if he's going to run, so am I. Alright, I'm going to point out that there is no active blocking in this game. Okay? There's no shield. There's no way to block with weapons. Okay? There's only one defense in this game, and that's maneuverability. Okay? It's very important that you have maneuverability in this game. You'll notice after playing the game for a while that the devs did this intentionally. You'll notice as you go through POIs that everything is designed to block your ability to move. You can't block in this game, okay? And you can't tank these zombies. If you stand here toe to toe and just trade blows, if that was a zombie right there, and you just stand there and trade blows with him, you're dead. You don't have any way to block him, okay? There's no combat doesn't work that way in this game, okay? It's hit and then it's move. Alright, it's not hit, block. There's no strategy to the combat in this game when it comes down to like blocking and kicking and like parrying a blow or using your riposte. You know what I'm saying? There's none of these things. There's no disarm. Okay, there's no counterattack. Alright, there's none of the combat in this game is all it is you hit and you move. They hit and they move. That's it. It's pretty basic. That means it's all about learning the range that the zombie attacks have, recognizing what their attack is fixing to be, and knowing what its range is, and knowing the range of your weapon. Once you master the range of your weapon and the range of the zombie attack, you can avoid being hit while hitting them. And it's much easier to learn that starting off with the spear because it has the greatest range. Okay? Once you master that, you will have also... Once you've mastered the spear, you will have also mastered knowing what the different zombies do for their attacks and what their ranges are. And it'll make it easier now for you to master the knife. You see what I mean? Because you already know about the zombies. You may not know about the knife, but you know about the zombies. Or the club, or the sledgehammer. Okay? Now the club and the sledgehammer are the more damaging weapons, but they're also much closer range. And they also use a ton of stamina. Okay? Stamina means you are limited on your maneuverability. You need stamina to move. Okay, so you want to use as least stamina as you can and have as much range as you can so that you don't get attacked, that you don't get hit back. Okay, now I want cobblestone to be able to upgrade with, and I need clay to be able to upgrade with. That's the reason I collected that cement. I'm going to turn that cement, I'm going to scrap it, and it's going to turn into stone because I need a ton of stone and I need a ton of clay. Alright, let's go ahead and put these pants on, this armor. Alright, found that shovel, but I can make it. Okay. Alright, so now it begins, okay? First thing I want to do is I want to get my land claim block. Alright. Now just like the bedroll, the land claim block has a dead zone radius around it. And the reason they do that is for people that like to take POIs over. I might clear this POI out and kill everything in and decide that instead of making my own base, I'm going to convert this into my base. So what you'll do is you'll lay your land claim block inside. See the radius? See the big red square around it? Okay, that's the radius. Nothing can spawn with inside that cube. So if I put my land claim block inside this building after I clear it, then the zombies that were in this building can never respawn inside my base now. You see what I mean? So I put the land claim block inside, and then I board this building up, and that's my base. A lot of people like to do that because they don't want to spend the time doing what I'm fixing to do, which is very time consuming. However, those people are at a loss because of the way game stage works, okay? They're going to be struggling, going from POI to POI, and just going to be the very person that you see complaining in the forums, I keep looting stone shovels and blunderbusses. That's because you're in a stone age, idiot. And since you're not leveling, you're going to be in a stone age for a very long time. So you're defeating yourself. All you're doing is running, looting, and looting and looting and looting, and all you're doing is looting the same shit, the same low-level, stone-aged items. We are going to take our time and build a big base, and that's going to level us up. And then we're going to be much stronger than we are now, and we're going to go and explore those POIs. And since we've moved out of the Stone Age because our level's high, and into the Iron Age, we're going to be getting all kinds of cool, useful loot. Okay? But like I say, there's a time investment. So at the same time of the week, in other words, he's going to spend all week long exploring all these POIs, and you're going to spend all week long building up your base and stuff. And then in one day, you're going to go explore 5 POIs, and you have better loot than he got all week long combined. In one day, you'll have better than he has. Okay? And then he'll never catch up to you. So this is the better way to go, and it's also the easier and safer way to go, and it's also what the devs are recommending you do with a tutorial. Now, the reason that my land claim is showing red is because in multiplayer, I can only build my base so close to another player character. And in regular play, I can only build my base so close to the trader. Okay? So I'm too close to the trader. So I'm pulling away until it turns white. And that's how close I can build to the trader right there. No closer than that. Okay? But I want to make sure that my base is not too close to where my mines are going to be. Because my mines are going to be big holes in the ground. Like if I build a mine right here, it's going to be a big hole in the ground over time. And it's going to have tunnels underground, because I'm mining in the ore. And I don't want the big hole or the tunnels to go up underneath my base wall, because that decreases my base's ability to fortify. They can be collapses underneath my base, and zombies can go through my own mines and get up inside my base. I don't want that to happen. I want the wall not to be too close to the mines, all right? So I'm thinking I need to go a little to the left.
Trader Joel's is now open.
Because that looks like I might be mining there, and that one's a little further over here. So I'm thinking somewhere around here. Okay, so I'm going to go in that direction towards my red flag. I kind of want to run out my front door and be able to run straight at the trader. This little alleyway right here between that POI right there and that trader is looking like a nice little straight run from me to the trader. All right, so okay, now I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to do this, and that's going to leave my bounds open like that. I'm going to use my little frame here. Okay, I'm going to equip it, all right, because I want to make sure the land is flat. If the frame sinks down into the ground, that means I'm going to have to dig. Okay, I'll have to flatten it out. So I'm just going to what I'm going to do here is the border of my base is going to be the border of my dead zone. See, this is my dead zone. No zombies can spawn inside this cube. Okay, so the outermost wall of my base is going to be the distance of my dead zone. This will be where my wall is. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of use this and kind of look and see if the area is flat. If the area is not flat, then the cube will pop up high in the air or it will sink down inside the ground. You see how it kind of sinks down to the ground right here? Well, actually it doesn't right there. That's good. Okay, so this is looking good. Now I want to make sure that these mines are what I think they are. So I'm going to run over here to this mine. See what it is. Cool, it's a lead. Okay, so this is lead. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the glass out of the way so that I can see the lead when I come up onto it. And also, once I start developing this mine, I don't want to have to hit this grass with my shovel, because it takes more stamina to swing my shovel than it does my axe. So I don't want to waste my stamina hitting the grass with my shovel. And I don't want to not be able to see it when I'm running up on it, especially at night. I want it to be clear so I can see it. Now, I didn't care about destroying these bird nests out in the broad, but up close to my base, I'm going to destroy them because it'll drive me crazy, constantly trying to loot them over and over again for eggs when I've already looted them. So I get them out of my way. That way I don't loot it again later. Also, for the bow guys, if you destroy the nest, you get more feathers, more arrows with. Okay. I just want to clear a little bit around it so I can see it, you see? Alright, I'm going to put some frames beside it to act as like a flag post. Alright. This is called a nerd pull, where I lay the block, I jump on top of the block, I jump straight up, and I drop a block underneath me. Don't make it any higher than 6, or you break your leg when you fall off of it. If you break your leg, you move like this. You don't want to break your leg, okay? It sucks. So don't make it any higher than 6. Okay? And that's like a flag post. I can see it off in the distance, you see? It reminds me that the lead is there. Alright? I'm also going to mark it on my map. Lead. I like a little tent icon for my mines. Okay? Now let's go and see. Let's reveal some of this fog of war out here. So let's run over here and see if there's any other clear area. Okay, that's a nitrate right there. See? I couldn't see that nitrate earlier because it was all grayed out. So I'm going to mark that down as nitrate. Okay. There may be another nitrate over here that's closer to base. I don't know yet. I'm going to run over there and kind of clear this up, reveal what the map has to say. Here's a coal right here. That's good. Nitrate and coal right beside each other, and that's not too far away from base. Although I'd rather it was a little closer. Okay, that's an iron. Alright, let's go see what these two are right here. Yeah! No brains for you, buddy. Alright, this is an iron. So there are two of them right here. An iron and a coal. Okay. That's a little closer to base. That's actually nice and close. That's really good. See, I want to be able to have enough stamina. Like, say if I'm here and I'm mining, okay? Think about it. Alright, I'm trying to use some of my stamina real quick. Actually, let me kill this zombie because he's on my nerve. The fat zombies have lots of hit points on Insane. Always try to hit him in the head. It does the most damage and has a chance to insta-heal. Okay? Like I say, you just have to get used to the range of your weapon. It's much more dangerous with a short-range weapon. But I have practiced with it, so I've got pretty good timing. Okay? Run out of stamina, get away from it, and regenerate your stamina. My stamina is regenerating slowly because I'm hungry. Alright, run this stamina down some. If I'm mining, then I'm using my stamina up, right? So let's say I've been mining, I've been paying attention, I've run myself down to 30. Can I make it back to my wall with the 30 of stamina? Yes. That's how I want it to be. You see what I mean? So if I'm out here and I'm mining and a bear rolls up on me, I can go, oh shit, and haul ass back and jump over my wall before the bear gets me. Okay? So that's a perfect range right there. Alright, and that's iron and coal. So I'm going to use this for my coal, not the one I saw over there. And this is also going to be my iron. This is nice, this is perfect. And it's not so close that when I dig, I'll dig up underneath my base. Any closer than this, I would say, it's too close. Alright. Put myself a little flag post here. Okay. iron and coal. Alright, what's this one over here? Pretty sure it's coal. And it is, but it's much further away, right? And obviously, that's coal and nitrate. And it's about the same distance. The coal's closer, but the nitrate is about the same distance, right? So, this one's closer to the lead. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with this right here. This coal here. I'm going to have to get close to it. Alright, so let's run over here to this iron. Get rid of that map marker by deleting it here. Alright, because this is the iron that we're going to use. Okay, now we're going to go over here to this coal. Not close enough. Alright. And we're going to destroy that icon. Because that's the coal we're going to use. So there we go. That's our mines right there. Iron, coal, lead, and nitrate. Okay, these are stone. They're all over the place. Not worried about marking them. We can see them. And oil shale. Excuse me, I do apologize. I have a bit of a cold. Tried to get my mic away from my face. I hope that didn't cough in your ear. All these mines spawn anywhere and everywhere all over the map, all over the world, except oil shale. The reason I showed you the oil shale earlier, what it looked like. Oil shale only spawns in the desert, okay? You need oil shale to make gas and oil with. We get plenty of oil from cars, and most of our gas we'll get from cars too, but later on in the game we'll want to go hit up an oil shale to get lots of gas to fill our car up with, okay? So it would have been nicer if maybe the nitrate had been over here. You want to try and get it like around your base like that. But you can't make it perfect. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. So this is pretty good. Okay, this is my base compound. I'll probably build my farm right here. And I'll probably build my tree farm right over here. And that's my base. My tree farm, my lead, my nitrate, my coal, my iron, mines, and my trader. And boom, that's the base compound. Okay, great thing is I also have a water source. The blue on the map is water. And that's a waterworks right there. It's a big ass water source. Okay, but I just collect snowballs, so I have basically a well inside my base. Alright, and again, as near as many POIs as you can. Alright, this is perfect because we got this, and then we got this, and we got this, and probably that, and that as well. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Alright, so now we've determined where base is. Okay, that being said, let's kill this guy because we're going to be building out here and we want to clear ourselves of these zombies. Whoops. Fix my keyboard just falling off the desk. You don't have to be perfect. See how much I'm missing? I'm doing it on purpose, but you don't have to be perfect. You just have to make sure you're moving out of the way. Alright? So you practice up your range and get better at it. I mean, you kill the thing. Remember, I'm playing on insane. Don't get no harder than this, okay? Kill him with the freaking axe, okay? You just gotta practice the range. Once you get the range down, it's easiness. Alright, so we've determined where we're gonna build base. Let's go complete this quest. Not the tutorial. This is a quest to journey to the first settlement. Alright, and when we go in here, we're going to loot her up. And we're going to turn around and we're going to sell her loot back to her. That's a nitrate, but it's so close to her, it's going to be part of her POI. what I want to do, same thing with this garbage, I bet. Yep. Okay. You can't hurt the trader, neither can the zombies, but the zombies can come inside, come up behind you, and kill you while you're talking to the trader. So close the door. I'm going to loot everything in here. It's nice and safe. And sometimes the traders have nice loot to get for free. So go around and loot everything you can. I recognize this as Trader Jen. I'll also point out that each of the traders, although all the traders have random loot that they sell, and they all sell all the loot, the different traders have different specialty loots that they will sell, and as you get higher up levels, they'll start to define a little more. They'll have that loot all the time. Okay. Jen, Trader Jen, this one right here, is the medical doctor, so she tends to have medical stuff. So I prefer to be near her with my first base because she tends to have medical stuff for sale, and she tends to give medical stuff for rewards when you do her missions. And those are the things you need at the lower level the most. Medical. Food's easy to get. You get food from Trader Rect, okay? But it's easy to get. Medical is what you're going through the hardest, okay? The other traders, one of them's got mostly ammo, and one of them's got mostly weapons. But by the time you get to the point where you're using ammo and weapons heavily, you're not going to need a trader to give them to you. You're going to easily get them. I'm familiar with the POI, and I know there's nothing upstairs. Alright, so once you get this stuff, you're going to go to the trader and sell it. Give you something to sell to give you some starting money. Now this is a vending machine, okay? Vending machine tend to sell candies, water, and food, okay? Now the trader may sell food too, but the food that's sold inside the vending machine is half the price of the food that the trader sells. So before you buy food from the trader, check the vending machine. Now she doesn't have any, but she does have rock busters, and that's an interesting for us because it's 20% harvest, so that's very helpful to us right now, okay? You may not want to buy it though because it's 100 gold, and we don't have a lot of money right now. First and foremost, what I'm concerned with
Hello, traveler. What's ailing you?
is a gun and the mods to help me mining, okay? Always check their register. Sometimes it has money in it. And always see if you can reach what's behind them. Sometimes you can reach their safes and stuff. You can't with Jen, but you can with some of the other guys, okay? So now the quest is complete. The first quest. If you want more quests,
And you came all this way. What a
do you have any
waste.
jobs? Okay. Now there are 3 different types of missions they give you. Buried supplies is the easiest one. Okay, all that is you run out, you dig a hole in the ground, you grab it, you bring it back to her, you get a reward. Usually they're close, and they generally have food inside them as well. So it's a really good newbie quest to do. Next is fetch. You run out, you grab the item, which is a satchel hidden in the house, and you run back. Which means if you're smart and you're patient, you can avoid the zombies or pull the zombies away, grab the satchel, and run away. Or you can kill them all. And the hardest one is clear zombies, because that means you got to kill everything in the house to win the quest. Okay. The thing about the quest is you want to be close. Okay. I want to point out some of these quests will be close, but most of them, most of the time, are pretty far away, like this far away. Okay. I'm gonna point out on the map that 1.8 kilometers is over here. That's how far you got to run. The time it takes you to run out there, do the quest, and run back, you could have cleared this entire street of POIs. Okay? So you don't want to get quests that are really far away. You want to try and get quests that are close. Clear zombies 230 meters, that's pretty close. Buried supplies, 500 meters, that's about as far away as I want to go. I would say 600-700 meters. Any further than that, I'm not going to go on it. Not right now, at least. Later, I will. So we're going to take this because buried supplies is good. It's close. It'll give us some food inside the buried supplies, and it'll give us clay because digging it up means we're digging, and clay is what we need right now. Okay? And also, we'll get some money, in the quest reward.
We're all. Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't find anyone to do that job.
But we are not focused on quests right now. We're focused on building, okay? We're only doing that because we want to see what she's got, all right? First, let's sell what we can sell. When we need iron, we're going to get lots of it, so that means nothing. We do need leather, so we're not going to get rid of that. If we're going to convert that into stone, that's a snowberry, we'll eat that. We need cobblestone. We're going to go get a bunch of chrysanthemum to make red tea with. We don't need this, that's till way later, but we're going to scrap it for stone. We don't need those. We're going to eat that. This is for the forge, doubles the work, the crafting speed, so that's important. We're going to keep it. When we need plastic, we'll go get it. When we need paper, we'll go get it. Aloe vera seed don't mean anything because we're going to make 50, 60 of them. We need our bones. We need our food. We don't need oil right now. When we need it, we'll go get a whole bunch of it. We do need glue. We do need short iron pipe. We do need repair kits. We'll sell this money. Money does sell. Okay, keep it. Don't need these because I have plenty of arrows. So I'm going to sell the rest of these feathers. Alright, the rest of the stuff I need. So, we're starting off with 375. Alright. What does she have? She has an AK-47 machine gun, and that's awesome. It's only quality 1. They tend to sometimes have quality 3 or 4s that will cost 4,000 and 5,000, which means you got to do a whole bunch of quests. If that's the case, it's on you, okay? If you want to go do a bunch of quests and risk your life without any heals or anything at this point, you can do it. Me, I wouldn't do it. I would work on my base and get my levels up first, because she'll have a gun for sale later on. But if she has one for 400, yes, because a gun is very important. A gun will help me kill animals, okay? You do want to get a gun as soon as possible. So this is very important. So if only 400, I am most definitely going to go on that buried treasure quest and get this gun. What I'm really looking for, though, is like a woodcutter mod for my axe, or a stone cutter, or an iron cutter, because I'm fixing to do a whole lot of mining. Okay, I wish that they had one so I could show you. And she doesn't. Always check the secret stash. Okay, that's another panel of inventory, and usually it has the better stuff. The helmet light mod is nice because that's like a flashlight on a helmet, will help us see at night. That's very important. So we definitely want to get that. That's 800, right? And there's nothing else here she has. Alright, that sucks. It would have been nice to get a woodcutter mod, but she doesn't have one. We're fixing to chop down a whole ton of trees. Alright, but that's cool. We're gonna get those. We're gonna get that helmet mod, and we're gonna get that machine gun.
Thanks
That's
for letting
800.
me take care of you.
Okay.
And tell your friends.
800 gold that we need. I would always suggest to go get a gun first thing. Okay, if they have one for sale, go get it. The thing about it is it's risky because you got to do a bunch of missions. So the expensive guns are, it's risk versus reward. All right. If you're really new and you're not real confident, you can handle a lot of fights without a stack of heals on you. I would suggest not going after a gun if it's very expensive. Then again, you can go out of order from the plan and go ahead and pick physician with your 3 points. So I already used them, didn't I? You could have held on to them and not spent them here, and then you could have chose to spend them on physician and made all your healing bandages, and that would make it easier for you to go on the quests to be able to buy the gun. You could do that route too, okay? I'm going to put the first part of my wall up. Okay. Just basically as a marker for me. Can't build a block on top of a block. Bushes are blocks. You can, but grass is not considered a block, so you can build over the grass. Alright, that's the bottom of my first wall. And I did that because just as a marker, I'm going to go over here to the house and make a secure wooden chest. Okay. Clear out this grass a little bit right here. Alright, I'm going to put that secure wooden chest down here on the ground. And I'm going to make myself a campfire. Put that right beside it. Go ahead and put my little bit of wood. Okay, and my cooking pot in there, and I'm going to take these chrysanthemum I found. I'm going to take this water. Now I'm going to take my snowballs, recipes, murky water, and I'm going to make some murky water out of them. Now I'm going to go, and I'm going to get myself some chrysanthemum, this stuff right here. About 40, 50 of them. Okay. Chrysanthemum makes red tea, and red tea is a drink. First off, it hydrates you. It also gives you a decent stamina regeneration for a few minutes. Okay, that helps you when you're mining and doing stuff like that. Okay, but also it gives what's called efficient digestion. Efficient digestion is an effect that reduces the amount of food that you consume. Okay, so as long as you're drinking red tea, you're going to be consuming less food. So it's the same thing as adding food. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a thing called work in the game. The more work you're doing, the faster you're consuming your food. Right now I'm just standing here consuming my food at the base rate. I'm doing work right now by swinging my axe. So I'm eating up my food quicker. If I'm running, I'm using up my food quicker. Heavy work is like when you're mining, chopping down trees, banging on rocks, okay, or fighting. That's heavy work, and you're eating your food up really fast. Okay, and since we're going to be base building first, we're going to be eating our food up really fast. That's why we want to go collect bacon and eggs, okay? Because we want to be able to have enough food to sustain all of the work that we're fixing to do. And the chrysanthemum is going to be our drink, and it's also going to reduce how much of that food we're going to consume. So the combination of the stack of bacon and eggs and the 4 or 5 stacks of chrysanthemum is going to give us enough food to do all of the work that, damn it, what the fuck, to do all of the work that we're fixing to do. 50 is good, that's 5 stacks. A stack is 10. Alright, that should cover us for the whole next 3 or 4 days. If you notice on the bottom left, you'll see that I am out of food and water. So having these snowballs is like having my own personal well. It's like having a well right beside me. Alright? Now I'm going to turn this murky water into boiled water. Alright, I drop all this junk off in my chest. Alright, somebody's attacking me. Always be listening. Where's he at? I heard him yell. There he is on the ground. Always be listening. Be listening for the wolf growl, the dog growl, the bear. Okay? Be listening. Listening matters. The audio in this game is just as important as the visual. You need to be listening. Alright, we'll take the 5 water and the chrysanthemum. I'm going to turn it into red tea. Okay. Now, I'll put this stuff up here. Go ahead and eat that. I'm going to eat that. That may give me... No, it's good. All right. Hold on to these. I'll hold on to this food. Keep my bones on me because I use them to repair my knife. It's the same thing. My stone repairs my axe and my spear. The wood repairs the bow. And the bone repairs the knife. Okay. I'm going to put my snowballs in here. Basically, this box is now a well or a pond. Okay. Now, I'm going to convert this stuff by scrapping it back into stone. But not the cobblestone. That's what I'm trying to make. That's what I want to make, okay? Now, if I hit this scrap, you see how it took 12 minutes to give you 1,500 stone? It's literally going to give you 1,500 stone in 12 minutes. Don't do that, okay? Because you're going to constantly be canceling it and recurring it in order to repair your gear as you use your gear, okay? So take the stack, you right-click, and you drag, and you can split a stack. While you're holding on to it, if you right-click again, you'll drop them one at a time, okay? So I'm going to split this into smaller stacks. And then I'm going to scrap the smaller stacks. That way in a minute, it'll be done. That way the worst case scenario, if I have to re-QE, to repair my axe, I'll only have wasted a minute. I won't have that giant stack be deconstructing for 10 minutes and then have to turn it off in order to repair my axe. I have to start the 12-minute timer all over again. Alright, my red tea is done. Turn this off. You see, red tea. Alright, efficient digestion is what we're looking for. So now, alright, I'm getting low on food and water. I'm going to go ahead and eat my eggs. I'm going to eat 2 of them. Alright, and I'm going to drink one of my drinks. I'm going to drink 2 of those actually. Because I'm pretty low because I haven't eaten and drank in a while. Alright, go ahead and put this in here. Alright, now we're going to head off to that quest. You see a little gold chest on my compass. You can see it over there on the horizon. I'm going to go after and do this quest now. I don't want to do a lot of quests today. Okay, I want to get started on my base as early as possible. But if you have an opportunity to get a gun, you need to get it. Okay, a gun and 50 bullets is a lifesaver. Okay, because especially while we're building base, we can be attacked by wolves. We can be attacked by herds of zombies. We can be attacked by packs of dogs. Okay, those are the harder things to deal with, and you can get killed rapidly at early level. So you don't want to be using your gun all the time. Waste up the little bit of bullets that you have. But you definitely want to have one there for that oh shit moment. Okay? And like I say, a lot of times it'll be a quality 3 or a quality 4 gun that costs 5,000 and 6,000, and that means you're going to be doing quests for the next 2 days. And if you're going to go that route, then you want to spend your points on physician so that you can make those 10 bandages right now. And then the combination of your 10 bandages and your 5 or 6 antibiotics will be enough to keep you healed to go through a whole bunch of quests in order to make the money to buy that higher quality gun. Okay? I would go that route. But if you're really new, I would not recommend doing a whole bunch of quests trying to buy an expensive gun if you don't have any way to heal yourself. Unless you're good at games, you know what I mean? So this is the circle. I want to clear all this shit out of the circle for the buried treasure. It just so happens this time there's a tree in it. So we're going to hack this tree down. This is where Sexual Tyrannosaurus comes into play. If you notice, my stamina bar is not moving down very slowly. And that's because I picked Sexual Tyrannosaurus. My stamina is regenerating quicker. Now, I also drank red tea, and that gave me a stamina boost. So the combination of the red tea and the Sexual Tyrannosaurus is going to make it to where I don't run out of stamina. I can just beat on these trees indefinitely. I need that right now because I'm fixing to chop down a ton of trees. Okay? We're going to go to our shovel. You want to go to the middle of the circle, and you want to dig 2 blocks down. Alright? Then you want to dig around in a circle. Basically what you're doing is you're digging yourself an inverted cone. Okay? And you're doing this because you want to be able to get out of this hole. Okay? You're making noise because you're digging. Alright? If something walks up on you, like a bear, you're going to be able to jump out of this hole. So if you dig a hole in the ground that you can't get out of, the bear jumps down in the hole with you, you just became lunch. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter what direction you dig in. What matters is how many times your shovel strikes the dirt. When your shovel has struck the dirt enough times, the little yellow circle is going to go ding. It's going to shrink down to a smaller size circle, and it's going to move. And it's going to tell you you're closer to the treasure. Okay? See? When it does that, get out of the hole. Excuse me, look. Excuse me. And look for the new center. See, the new center is now here. So now I'm going to dig 2 blocks down. That one caught me off guard. Alright, and go back to my inverted cone. See, I would have to be resetting that 12-minute timer right now. Instead, I'm only going to lose this minute. You see what I mean? Which reminds me, I'm going to go ahead and split this up some. Scrap. So what you're looking for, okay, when you first go to the trader, is you're looking for what's called a woodcutter's mod, okay? What that does is it makes your axe do more damage to wood, okay? Usually costs around 400 Duke coins. I say gold, okay? I'm an old school gamer, and you know it's gold, all right? So whenever I say gold, I'm talking about Duke coins, all right? My bad, old habit. You want a woodcutter mod because what it does is it increases. That's the chest right there, okay? But while I'm talking, I'm just gonna get some more clay. It increases the amount of damage you're doing to wood, and therefore you get more lumber quicker, okay? You also want I think it's called Rock Cutter or Rock Buster or Stone Buster. That one does the same thing, but it does it to stone, okay? And if you can get the one that says Iron Breaker or Iron Buster, that's great because it does it to iron and lead, okay? And you want to do as much damage to these blocks as you can so you get a higher yield and get a quicker harvest, a greater harvest, because that's what we got is a lot going on. Like I say, it's going to be slow for a little while until we level up, but we are going to level up quickly and it'll speed up as we level, okay? So when you find a thing, all right, make sure you can get out of the hole and make sure you have stamina, because as soon as you loot it, a whole bunch of zombies are going to spawn and come after you, all right? You can choose to fight them or you can run. I can look at it all day. It's not until I loot this that the zombies will come. Now, whenever you loot these boxes, it's usually food and water. You see? All right, that's a high-level food right there. That's a high-tier food. The high-tier food also are heals. See, that's a big-ass heal right there. Okay? They heal the same food as a mid-tier food does. All the mid-tier food that we're going to make with the farm is also 50. But a high-tier food will also give you that heal on health. Okay, and other bonuses like this. Okay, the problem with high tier foods is the recipe calls for canned food, and canned food is limited. So really your staple food is the food that you're getting from your farm that you have every day, and whenever you have some spare canned food later on in the game, you can turn it into your high level food like this. So whenever I get a high level food like this and loot, not a big deal to me, it's just eat it, okay? This is a recipe. If you look at the book icon there, if the book is closed like this one is, that means you don't know the recipe. If it's open, that means you already know it. Okay, so I don't know this corn seed recipe. However, this strategy that we're going to employ, we're going to pick all the seeds with a perk. So this to me is just money because I'm going to open up all the seeds. Okay, so we got a little bit of food to help us out right now. All right, now the zombies are going to spawn. Okay, only a couple though this time. I don't want to fight them. I want to use my daylight to make my base. So I'm just going to go back now and turn this quest in. I would like to get some more empty jars, because empty jars mean I can get bigger stacks of drink and I have to keep going back and constantly making drinks, okay? So I think I will do that other quest that was only 200-300 meters away, because that one's in a house. It was a fetch, I think, which means it's in a house, which means I'll loot another kitchen. I could probably get some more empty jars while I'm in there. Also, they give me a few extra gold coins. I don't think this quest is going to be enough to allow us to buy both the helmet light and the gun. But after that, I'm not doing any more. I do not recommend you do a whole bunch of missions early on for several reasons, okay? First and foremost, the traders do not have unlimited missions, so they're just giving you the same 10 or 12 missions, and then they're doing them over again. Okay, and what happens is you wind up just doing the same missions over and over and over again. This map is huge, man. All of these towns, these 5-6 towns that we got right here, Okay, this is only the northwest quadrant of the map. There's still all of this, all of this, all of this. Okay? Alright? You don't want to just, after you've done the tier 1, tier 2, the missions go up. Okay, once you've done 10 tier 1 missions, you'll do then tier 2 missions. Once you've done 10 2-tier missions, then you'll do tier 3 missions until you get to tier 5, which is the highest you get. And out of all of them, that's maybe 50, 60 missions, which means maybe 50, 60 POIs total. And then you'll start doing all those POIs over again. And then you'll start doing them all over again. And do people get tied up in this cycle where they're just doing the same 50 missions over and over and over again? Okay, when you get to tier 5, you're just going to do the same 5 tier missions over and over again because you're not going to want to.
We've got the best prices in the wasteland.
Tier 1 missions anymore. You do the tier 5 ones. And you miss 95% of the map. Okay?
Congratulations. I can make my payment to the Duke now.
Nice. First aid bandages is nice. Okay? Although we can make dozens of them when we get ready to. Okay? I'm kind of more interested in the $100 for this sniper. Alright, so that's what I'm going to get. Like I say, she's the medical girl. So if you have her as a trader, you can rely on medical rewards. But I can make those whenever I get ready to. Actually, now let's just get the first aid for now because we're going to use our skill points on other things right now. Alright. Yeah, this one right here, that's 230 away. Let's do that one.
Oh, this is the best way to... Oh, I would kiss you, but, you know, apocalypse hygiene and all.
Alright. Let's sell that. Alright, now we got that. Oh, we got enough already. Alright. Let's buy the AK-47. Okay. And let's buy the helmet light mod. Just curious what that was. Alright, helmet light mod. Alright. Which means I had plenty of money. I don't need to go
Remember
on
me if you need medical supplies.
I don't need to go on that other quest, and I have other things I want to do today. It's over there. Oh well. It will open up some more of the map, and I do want to try and get some glass jars, some empty jars. So let's go do it and get some empty jars. Or at least maybe we'll hit a couple of these kitchens up over here and just grab some empty jars. Okay, see, this is another one I recognize. That gazebo in this garden right here. This is another farm, okay? This one has mushrooms. It has all kinds of stuff, potatoes. Okay, so this is a really good farm right here. This one has mushrooms. Alright? Again, I don't want to loot this until I get double yield for loot. Okay? So I'm going to write farm down. And when I'm ready to pick my farmer skill, I'll come back and loot this and I'll get twice as many. Okay, so now we found 2 farms. And there's another farm right there. Alright, so that's enough. Oh, that's a good farm too. Potatoes again, and corn. That's it. Those 3 farms we found already will pretty much cover our farm when we're ready to farm. Okay, again, I don't want to loot it until I get the farmer skill. Alright, so this is the quest. Okay. Now we can go in here and we can clear this whole house out and kill everything, break everything, loot everything. As soon as we click on this exclamation mark, it's going to reset the POI. See, all the grass disappeared. Okay. And everything's going to respawn in the house again. And that's how quests work. And I guarantee you, if I do a bunch of her quests, she's going to send me right back to this house again. And then she's going to send me back to this house again. And that's what I'm saying. You don't want to do a whole bunch of quests early on, because you're just going to do the same 5 POIs, okay? The other thing about that is, okay, you're going to, the quests are a little OP, okay, overpowered. The devs are also talking about fixing that, okay? And that's why so many people just like to go on quests all day long, because they get really powerful really fast, okay? At least they think they're getting really powerful really fast. Now, if you notice the green arrow on the top right-hand corner, if you notice it turns yellow, I can only go so far away from the quest POI. If I go any further than this, I'll fail it. Okay, I'm trying to get that. Good. I'm trying to grab that honey right there. They think they're leveling fast, but they're not. Okay, I'm going to show you how to level really fast. Okay, I always go around the building, try and get what's on the edge. Now, sometimes on a Quest POI, they shave the whole thing like a freshly cut lawn. But it's a habit for me to go around POIs like that. Clear the area. So this is the hard one, okay? This is one where you gotta go in and kill everything. Now when you see they've already put some spikes up for you, that's another thing. You can do that too. You can go in here and you go to your wood, recipes, spike traps, make 4 or 5 of them. Okay. I should have dropped my loot off. I can eat some food and water. So I'm going to go ahead and just eat this to clear my inventory a little bit. Okay, and my stone has gotten melted down, and I did get some clay, okay? So I'm going to use my stone and clay recipes, and I'm going to start making some cobblestone rocks before I forget. So it takes 13 minutes just to make these 800. I'm going to put my gun down here in case I need it. Alright, I'm going to go to my character, I'm going to go to my hat, and I'm going to hit modify, and I'm going to put my helmet light mod in there. The problem is, this is not a helmet, this is clothes, okay? So it's not going to let me put the mod in there because this is for a helmet, which is a piece of armor. So I need a helmet is what I need, okay? Before I can put this in there. Alright, now I can turn this glue, well, we'll do that. We need claw. I'll show you that in a minute. Put this food down here. Put this water here. Alright, put these spikes down on my bar. Don't need that nitrate. And I'm going to turn this cement into stone. And that should clear up my inventory a little bit. Alright? So these spikes, they run into it, they take damage. So I'm going to beat on the door here. Hopefully they'll run into these spikes. Like I say, don't be concerned with getting every experience point from a zombie. Our concern right now is living, not getting a little bit tiny experience points if you die. You can get it, but don't worry about losing it. If he dies on the spikes, so be it. If he didn't, like I say on Insane, it doesn't always kill him, but it definitely buttered him up. Now I'm gonna get rid of these, so I don't run into them. Alright, I want to go check the yard first before I go in the house. Now think about fences. Fences do too. Fences are generally there to do what? Keep shit out or keep shit in. What do people keep in their yards? Dogs. So whenever you see fences, make sure you got your keen senses up in case there are dogs in the yard. It doesn't look like it this time, so we're good. I pick these chairs up, and I beat shit like this down, because this is not decoration. Remember I was telling you, combat in this game is about maneuverability, and you'll notice the devs put shit in places to bar you from moving. You get in a fight with her, you back up, you get stuck on this table, you can't move, and you die. So you'll notice me breaking shit like this as I move, or picking shit up. It's because I know that it's put there to make me trip. So I'm going to put my wood spike in front of the door, just like that. Okay. Alright, to butter up. It's a neat little trick you can do, see? Now I have to unquery all this shit, see what I mean? 10 minutes on that. To be able to repair my axe. And that's what sucks, okay? If I want to scrap these chairs, I'm tied up, I can't repair things, okay? So, let's go ahead and break these up. Oh wait. Let's repair this. And then break these up. Alright. Leather is important. You get it from these couches. I pick these chairs up so they're out of my way and I don't stumble on them. And also I convert them into wood. Good, a grill is important. We need that for our mid-tier food. A wrench is very important. We're going to need that shortly. You tend to get wrenches in sinks. You can also get them at the Pass and Gas POI or at a Working Stiff Tools POI. But you get them plentiful in sinks if you look around. All right. A wrench will open up a whole new kind of loot that we're going to be getting later on, which I will classify as mechanical. And we will need that loot in order to build things, our crafting stations and things. Don't put the thing like this. That'll just block them. It won't hurt them. Make the spikes face them. You get your timing right, it goes smooth every time. Doors like that right there sometimes have zombies behind them. Right here. Not this time. Alright. Need a lockpick to get in that safe. Do we have any? Scrap that. Get rid of that dye. We don't have any lockpicks, so we're not going to be able to get in that safe. That's fine. Plenty of safes, and we're still in the Stone Age. There ain't nothing important in that safe, okay? We're in the Stone Age. That safe ain't no different than this cabinet is. Acid is very important. We need acid to make our chemistry station with, and we also need it to make wheels for our bicycle or our mini bike. And you get acid in sinks as well. So sinks are very important. Acid, wrenches, cooking pot. Okay, you see my encumbrance on the bottom left? 13. I'm slowed to half my move rate right now. That's dangerous. Alright, so we need to take care of that. Take a look at this clothes we looted. The green means it's an upgrade. Okay? It's 3 better than what I have. It's 2 better than what I have. It's 5 and 4. What I have obviously is 2 and 2. Right? Don't need that fiber crap anymore. Skirt. Better than what we have. Now I prefer heat resistance. All clothes has both heat and cold, but it's either going to be higher in heat or higher in cold. I prefer heat to be high because I'm going to use the Zucca Juice smoothie later on, and it will also provide cold resistance. So my clothes I'll make heat resistant. Okay, so it's a skirt. Oh well. And since this is only worth, what, 8, I'm going to go ahead and just scrap it. Alright, I'm going to eat this. It's better than the hat I have on, so we don't need that. This is better than the shirt we have on, so we don't need that. I'm going to drink this, just to get it down here. I'm going to scrap these, turn them into iron. I'm going to scrap these. Okay. Everything else here is valuable. We don't really need that. Okay, now that we have glue and cloth on us, we can go and make duct tape. Okay. Duct tape is very important. That's why I'm collecting bones, because I'm going to use bones and murky water to make glue, and I'm going to use glue and cloth to make duct tape, and that's why we collected all that cloth earlier, and it's also why we collected those snowballs to make murky water, and it's also why we collected bones. Okay, we're going to use the duct tape, okay, to make all kinds of things. Right now, we're going to use it to make a padded hood, because a padded hood is armor. Okay, and we're going to replace that hat with this piece of armor. Okay, and since this is armor, we can modify it, and we can put this helmet-like mod inside of it. Okay, so now I can turn that light on. I can see some things. The hat's worth 44, so I'm going to keep it to sell. Okay, this is an armor pocket mod. This will increase my carrying capacity. Okay, so I definitely want to keep that. That's a triple mod. That's the best one you can get. That just gave me 3 inventory slots. So now I can carry 30 items before I become encumbered. Okay. So that was a good little haul right there. Alright, what we got going on here? Toilets are good because you get murky water. It's not the murky water I really care about. It's the glass jars. That's what I'm after right now. So that's the whole reason I did this mission, was to get some glass jars. Always check behind these portraits. Sometimes there are things behind them. And bookshelves give you either schematics or recipes. Okay. Like I say, the closed book means you don't know it. Now, if you see it has a name like Needle and Thread, okay, that means it's part of a book. If it's a book, I would suggest using it because later on you'll need it. Or it'll be a schematic. See, this is a schematic. Okay. If it's not, you're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these books. I'm going to loot this book right here 10 times over. Okay. Right now I need money. Okay. So unless it's important to my strategy right now, I'm just going to sell it. Because later on when I'm looting, I'm going to get 50 of those books. Good, more water. All right. Starting to get encumbered again. Now, if you look at my compass, you see the orange circle with the arrow on it. It's telling me I have one more zombie, and the arrow means he's above me. And there he is. Okay, when you get down to your last zombie, it'll tell you where he is, because people have trouble sometimes with the vultures, and they can't find him. They can't complete the quest because the vulture bugs out. It's on the roof. So they made it where whenever you get down to the last one, it'll show you where he's at. Not necessarily the last one or the last 2 or 3, or if they're on a different floor than you. There might be 2 or 3 of them up there. Let's see. First aid bandage, that's pretty nice. That means we don't need to pick physician anytime soon. So that was a really nice, rare find. Sometimes you find cool things like that. Sometimes you don't. I have not found a first aid bandage recipe in the last 10 games that I played, all the way up to level 50. Okay, so that's not a common one to find. But if you do find it, it's really nice, because now we don't have to spend skill points working up physician. Alright. And we are overloaded, and I hate that. So another reason I like to do missions this early, because I don't have the inventory space to carry the stuff I'm getting on these missions. Which means I'm risking my life by being encumbered. I'm leaving half the loot behind. Or I'm making multiple trips, which takes forever. So let's see this clothes we got going on here. This was armor we just found. Okay. Puffer coat. Alright. That's nice. The college jacket with the run speed is nice early on. That's the same as what we got. It's only worth 8, so I'm going to scrap it. That we can sell for good money. It's only worth 8. It's not better than what we have, so I'm going to scrap it. That way it just comes into this one thing. I'm going to go ahead and eat this. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to drink all 3 of these, just to clearing up my inventory space. Consolidating those water into just an empty jar stack. So I have 1 stack instead of 2. And we're going to scrap these and turn them into metal. Everything else here I kind of want to keep. Cigar's nice. It gives you 10% to your bartering. Get rid of this bandana. We can make another one later on, but cigar is better right now. Okay. I want to eat this now. Usually we'll pick physician, because we are going to put points in intelligence to work up advanced engineering and Grease Monkey, okay, to build our crafting stuff and get our ride, which means we're only going to put one point there. I don't want to be pulling any more than that there anytime soon, so this is actually going to be really handy. This means we can make our first aid bandages now, which just makes things safer and easier instead of later. We were going to pick it anyway, a little bit later, but being able to pick it now makes things a lot easier. And it saved us that skill point later. So that was a really good find. I mean, I can't tell you how nice it was to find that recipe right there. Ooh, a knife. Knife is the upgrade to the bone knife. Okay. See the green on it? However, it takes repair kits to use this. Okay. And we don't have repair kits yet. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. If you scroll over this and see how it says cooking pot, then you can loot it. It's a cooking pot. If you scroll over this and it doesn't say anything at all, that means it's a cooking pot bomb. And if you get near it, it'll explode and kill you. Okay. We do need cooking pots. We need lots of them because we need a few of them to make our chemistry station with. We're highly encumbered now. Let's scrap this. Let's go ahead and scrap those. Murky water can give me dysentery. It's a low percentage chance. I usually don't get it if I drink them. But if I do get it, it's an easy thing that goes away on its own. What it does is it makes you consume your food and water faster. It's not that fast, and it goes away on its own, so it's really not a big deal. Alright, there's a couple zombies over there. Let's go ahead and get us a sneak attack on this sleeper right here. Go ahead and throw a dot on him. Come down here. He's enraged, so he's running. Someone let him burn his rage out while he bleeds. Close this door. All kinds of ways to keep your sailors safe. That was a wild miss, wasn't it? Too stupid to come down the stairs. They're trying to bust through it. Take advantage of anything you can. See, going on these two missions is eating up my day. But we did get a gun. A little bit of armor. Got lucky and found that first aid bandage recipe. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm telling you right now, that's very rare. Makes me want to start the whole video over again. That's not something you normally get. He's enraged. Let him work his rage down. Oh, I missed that. Can of sham. Do we still have clay? Yep. Let's go ahead now. Get that cobblestone working. Remember, cobblestone and cement is very important right now. Falling a little behind on the plan. But I usually have to spend one day buying a gun anyway. Boom. There's always a treasure hoard in a quest POI. There's usually one in a regular POI too, but there's always one in a quest POI. Now it's the part where we're going to become very encumbered and we have to crawl back to her, which is why You only take the ones that are close to you, okay? It's going to be very dangerous crawling back. If a pack of wolves rolls up on us, as encumbered as we are, we can't move. We can't escape. We're dead, okay? Don't need that, and those sell. We'll keep those. Keep that. That's food. That's the mod to make it. We're not going to be able to make it until we have forges and stuff up. Ironbreaker, that's what it's called. But at least if we don't find one to buy, we can make it later on. So I'm most definitely going to use that mod. It's the Ironbreaker I was telling you about. I'm going to scrap that. We're going to scrap that. And we'll get the rest of this to sell. Alright, and this mission is done. I would rather find the Ironbreaker right now so I could use it. But having the mod to make it, because it is the rarer one of them. I don't usually see it for sale, so at least I know I can make it later on. Make it where I can cut through iron and lead much quicker. What we'd like to get is, right now, what we need is the woodcutter mod. Okay. So whenever I finish a POI, I just kind of put a little X on it, so I know that it's done. Not to waste my time going in that house later on because it's already empty. Alright. Imagine if we went 1.8 kilometers away. You're either going to drop all your loot, which defeated the purpose of even going there, or you're going to be crawling back every 10 seconds running out of stamina because you're encumbered. When you're encumbered, you go through stamina quicker. And you're going to be crawling back to base. This is only less than 200 meters. Imagine 1.8 kilometers. See what I mean? It's not worth the run. First off, it takes a long-ass time to run out that far. And then it takes just as long to run back. And if you looted anything, you're going to crawl at this speed all the way back 1.8 kilometers. Or you're not going to loot anything. And if you don't loot anything, the hell is the point in going on the quest? To get the reward, it would be much easier to hit those 4 POIs right there. That'll be more than the reward is. Just sell everything you loot in those 4 POIs and you get way more than you would have gotten off the reward. So a close one though, not so bad.
Congratulations. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Ooh,
What can
look
I
at
get
that.
you?
Big stacks of ammo. Can't use either one of them. Would have been nice if it was 7.62 ammo for my machine gun. Okay. But at least it's worth a good bit of money. So I'll take this. She resets her quests every day. So tomorrow she'll have some different quests. So hopefully they aren't all 1.9 kilometers away. Okay, so never mind. Here's the inventory. We're going to keep that iron. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep that. Sell this. Sell that. We'll get a better one later. Sell. Sell. Buff we don't need. Sell. Don't need a paintbrush. Don't need that. Don't need those. Don't need those. That was a big chunk of change. Don't need that. We have that already. We can use those. We'll sell that. We'll care about that. We'll sell blunderbuss ammo because we have a machine gun. Alright. Was there anything else she had that I wanted? The bellows are nice. That's also for the forge. But they're fairly common. Damn, the first aid kit schematic. Wow. I would recommend buying this, okay? That means you can make first aid kits. You never have to pick anything in physician at all. Alright, I'm not going to play this game long enough to get to the point where I can make these with the... I'm not going to have enough... I'm not going to get the resources to make these till way later on. I'm not going to play this as a tutorial. So, I'm not worried about it. But if I were you, you saw that, I'd buy it. Right.
Thanks for the business.
Nothing else here I
Stay
care
safe
about.
out there.
Let's put these shoes on. I'm a Scotsman. Now, all the heals in this game heal over time. So you take this first aid bandage, like plus 5 hit points, plus 5 hit points, plus 5 hit points. And you can take them back to back and they stack, except for pills. Pills heal you instantly. So the 40 hit points that heals is instant. Okay. However, pills have a cooldown on them. You can't use them once every 5 minutes. So the AK-47 is your, oh shit, I gotta kill something really fast, like a dog. Your pills is, oh shit, I gotta heal before I die really quick. You can't take another pills for 5 minutes. And then your regular heals are this. And then your regular damage is this. Okay. Alright. So now we got a little chunk of change. We got lucky and we got ourselves a gun. Alright. Main reason we went on that quest just now, that second quest, was to get some empty jars up. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this stuff up. Go ahead and scrap that. What's going on here? Let's scrap those. Alright, let's make some cobblestone rocks. Alright. Put this up. Put this up. Gonna go ahead and eat that. Put those up. That's food. And that's food. That's very important for later on. Okay, pay attention to what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of, okay? What I'm keeping is important, what I'm getting rid of or scrapping is not. Alright. Now that's what I wanted to do, was I wanted to turn this snowballs into a whole bunch of murky water. Now I have 24 jars, so I can make 24 of them, okay? Alright. First thing I want to do is I want to get some stone up so that I can get some cobblestones kicking, okay? I'm going to get some more of those cobblestones made. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start chopping down my trees and my rocks and stuff like that to make my base with, okay? Now, like I say, I need a substantial amount of wood and cobblestone. Therefore, I need a substantial amount of wood, stone, and clay. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to be leveling up because mining and base building is the most experience you can get. Alright? So it's going to start off slow, but it's going to get really fast as we go along. And we're going to start really getting a lot of experience points. Okay? Also, it's safe. Like I said, the only thing we've only done one quest, one POI with a few animals, with 2 zombies in it. And really, we didn't even need to do that. We only did that because we wanted to get some glass jars. We could have just made glass jars inside of a we could have made a forge later on and then made our own glass jars. Okay, I just wanted to get more. I didn't want to have to make so many trips back and forth to the campfire. Okay, to keep continually recycling the 5 jars I had. All right. See how annoying that is? But you know, this strategy starts you off really safe. Okay, we didn't even need to do that one POI at all, which means really the only thing we had to do was fight those 2 zombies to get that cooking pot earlier. Now we're really going to be focused down on base, okay, making ourselves really, really strong. So what I want to do, it's almost nighttime, okay. I lost a good bit of my day there, and I don't want to lose my night. I want to have something to do. Okay, I want to continually build and stuff. So I'm going to try and get some clay and some stone real quick so I can get some cobblestone cooking. And then I'm going to go and get a whole bunch of trees, okay? So that I can make the wall of my base. Once I have the wall of my base, I can safely, for the most part, build and do things inside the wall of my base. Alright? And I only have like 2 hours to do that, 2 game hours to do that. So we have something to do tonight. Okay. Now I'm going to do 2 or 3 things at once here. Okay. First off, you want to be able to clear the line of sight all around your base. Okay. Once you start chopping all these trees down and clearing out all these bushes and knocking down these big giant boulders, Okay, you're going to be able to see all around your base clearly. And once I'm done, I'm going to really be able to show you what I'm talking about. Being able to see around your base clearly means that you can see anything approaching you at night, especially when you want to go mine or do something at night. Okay, you can just scan right outside your wall and you can see things. The main thing you're looking for, the ability to see, are the wolves and the dogs. They're lower to the ground, and at night especially, and even during the day, but really at night. When they're a little bit further away from you, they're kind of lower than the grass is, and you can't see them off in the distance. And that's when you jump over your wall and you go run to get some coal or something, and boom, you run into a pack of them zombie dogs and you're toast. Okay? So you want to clear all these trees and rocks all away from your base. Alright, so you can see. There's also maneuverability. Without all the stuff in your way, you can run around real easily without bumping into things and getting jammed up on something and then killed because you can't move. Especially later on when you get your bike or your mini bike or your car. You want to be driving your car in the middle of the night and smack into this rock because you can't see it because it's pitch dark. Okay? Some nights are really, really, really dark. Some nights are dark and stormy and raining and thundering and lightning and you can't see shit. Even with your headlights in your car, you can't even see 2 feet in front of you. Okay, and you don't want to be on your car and run into this big boulder and there'd be 2 bears right there. And trust me, I'm not just making this stuff up. I'm telling you from experience the things that have killed me in the past. Okay, so you want to be able to move around freely. You want to be able to see easily. Okay, and also you need wood, stone, and clay. So that's the 3 things we're doing: clearing up our line of sight, easing up our mobility, while gathering the resources we need to build with. Okay, and also once everything's cleared out and flattened out, you can build other things to your base later on in the game. Alright. Like I say, it starts off kind of slow and boring. Doesn't make for the greatest video to watch. But by the end of tomorrow, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Alright. This is enough stone for right now. Get this one last one right here. No, that's enough. Let's go. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is I want to develop my mines. Okay, you want to be able to run out to your mine and get what you want when you're ready to get it. Okay, and you don't want your mine to collapse in on you when you're getting things. So you want to dig it out in a way that it doesn't fall. If you're down inside a hole and there's a roof above you and you're mining because you're in a tunnel, the tunnel can collapse. Okay, and fall in and kill your character. All right. So you want to be able to maneuver around in your mine. You don't want dogs, bears, or herds of zombies. Sometimes herds spawn. A herd could be 10, 15, even 20 zombies. If you're mining, say, at night, okay, when things run, for instance, and a herd of 12 zombies spawns over there, and you don't know they're there. It's nighttime, you don't even see them, they just now spawn. It's a random spawn. And they hear you digging, then you have 12 zombies running over to you. And you're down 15 feet on the ground in a mine shaft. Next thing you know, it's raining zombies. You're dead. Okay? A bear hears you digging and comes stumbling over and drops down. Right? So you don't want to dig a hole in a bunch of tunnels. What you want to dig, a small hole in a bunch of tunnels. What you want to dig is a big, nice hole first. Once you get your nice big hole dug, then you can start building your tunnels and stuff. Because you want to make some maneuverability. Okay? Also, we need lots and lots of clay right now. Lots of clay. Thousands and thousands of clay. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay? We're getting a whole lot of clay, and we're developing our mine for later use. So later on, when I'm ready to come get lead, I'm just going to have this big thing of lead poking out like this. And I'm just going to hammer it down and get a whole bunch of lead. It's going to take 5 minutes flat. Because that's one thing about mining is when you get down inside that hole, you're going to have to dig up dirt, you're going to have to punch through stone. Okay, we're going to do all that now. So that when I get ready for the lead, I'm just going to come in straight up and get the lead. Okay, that's really nice when you have a Rockbuster candy that's giving you a 20% harvest. See, I don't want 20% harvest on clay and stone when I'm ready to get lead. When I'm drinking my Rockbuster candy, because I want to get as much lead as I can, I don't want to be preoccupied trying to get to my lead because all this damn dirt is in the way. See what I mean? So I'm freeing up a big giant pile of lead. So later on I'm just going to come and grab a whole bunch of lead really, really fast. For instance, with this mine. So right now, it's the clay that I'm after. And later on, it'll be to get in there and get that clay without having to worry about getting killed. Alright, so we're developing our mine. By doing this. I'm going to do this with all the mines. And that's how I'm going to obtain the clay that I need to make my cobblestone. Now it's a little slow going at first because I'm punching through the grass layer. So if you notice on the right hand corner right now, it's giving me grass and clay. See? Right hand corner, bottom. Alright, so since I'm getting grass and clay, I'm getting less clay. Because part of it's grass. So I'm also kind of knocking off this grass layer right now. So that later on when I have a better shovel and more skill points and miner, and I'm focused just on clay, I'm going to be getting big giant chunks of clay. Right now I'm getting like, what, 2, 3, 4 clay per hit? Later on I'm going to get like 20 clay per hit. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going to have cleared out the grass, and I'm going to have a better tool, and I'm going to have better skills. So this is what I call developing the mine. Okay? See, I'm getting a lot more clay per hit right here, because I'm not getting the grass at the same time. It's important that I get some trees right quick. I am running out of time, and I want to at least get a wall up. That way if something attacks me at night, I can jump on my wall in the same way that I jumped on that perch earlier. Now I will say that there used to be this thing called Dog Day, where sometime during the first week you got attacked by a random pack of zombie dogs. They seem to have taken that out. I don't see it that often anymore. But I've noticed that they do still have it, and it seems to be tied to making your base. I've noticed that if I make my base too quickly, I seem to get attacked by the pack of dogs. Alright? If I had not went after the gun, and I had started making base, right now I'd be putting cobblestone up on my walls. I'm almost positive that the dog attack would happen. I've noticed that if I have my base substantially built on day 2, I get attacked by the pack of dogs. Now you're talking about 4 to 6 zombie dogs, one of the most powerful creatures in the game, and 5 or 6 of them. Okay, that's death to a noob for sure. All right, now you can fight them if you got some practice in the game, but you definitely need to have some type of wall. That you can jump up onto and try and fight them with, okay? So there's the lead. That gave us some clay. And I'm going to mix that clay and make some cobblestone rocks. That's another 20 minutes, okay? 20 minutes to do that, all right? Let's chop down some trees. We're going to chop down the trees that are near where we're going to be building the wall. Okay? So now I'm going to, I should have did this earlier. I was talking and not paying attention. But you want to go ahead and eat. Okay, and you want to be drinking your red tea when you're doing this. Your red tea increases your stamina regen, so you're not constantly breaking, and it also decreases the amount of food that you're consuming while doing this. Remember, I'm consuming my food very fast. I've already down to what? I've already eaten half my bacon and eggs, and I haven't even gone through the first day because I keep forgetting to drink my red tea. Okay, don't do that. Drink your red tea. You can make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of red tea. The chrysanthemum is everywhere. Okay, hundreds and hundreds of bacon and eggs, you can't. Alright? So just keep drinking the red tea. So that you reduce the amount of food that you're consuming. Alright? So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to chop all these trees down. Did I level and forget about it? I did. I leveled twice. Ugh. Alright. So since I leveled twice, first off, sometimes you bug out if you have something that increases a stat and then you level it. So since the cigar is giving me +1 to my strength, I'm going to take it off before I level strength. Okay. I'm going to bring my strength up to level 2. Okay. And that's going to allow me to pick another mother load. So I'm getting more of a yield. Okay. House over there, the town over there. get our wall up. It's going to be nighttime here momentarily. Oh, I forgot about this. Let's turn our murky water into boiled water. While that's cooking, let's upgrade this wall.
Trader Joel's is now closed.
You hear the wolf? Did you hear him? The growl. Just take off running. Oh shit. The trader closed, and since I was too close to him, it teleported me. That actually worked out in my benefit, because I don't know how many dogs that is. I say, if you build your base too early, be prepared. There's 2 dogs right there. Can you see them in the grass? I try and put my target reticle right on him. Screen blurs out when you do a zoom in. You see them right there in the grass? There's 2 of them right there. So I'm talking about, you can hardly see them in the grass. At night, you can't even see that at all. It is now nighttime, and I have been chased off my base by those zombie dogs. Alright, this is not good. I think the other one is over here. What happens is if you get too close to the trader, it teleports you away from it. And the trader just happened to close right as I ran. And it teleported me to the other side. See, this is where the wall is. And that kind of made me escape the dog. Oh, I could have still ran away. Is that him right there? See it right there? I think that's him right there. Alright, we're going to have to deal with these dogs. Can't build too close to the trader. Is that a dog right there? Yeah, it is. That was the one that was chasing me. Now you see how the ground is sinking in there? How the frames are sinking into the ground? The ground's not always level. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a hill there. What it means is the blocks aren't absolutely the same size. You see how it kind of sinks in the ground? So I'm going to lay some blocks around it. Because what that does is that forces the ground to flatten out. I want the ground to be flat, because if it's not flat, then my height of these 2 blocks won't be 2 blocks, and they'll be able to jump up on them. Okay? I'll explain that in better detail and show it in better detail when I do the floor of the base. Alright. There's at least 4 of them. Gotcha. Now, these guys do a lot of damage. So be paying attention to your block. You see the cracks it's taking, how they're getting bigger. Make sure you heal your block. Otherwise he will break the block and you will fall down and he'll eat you. I'm playing on the same. They have a ton of hit points and they hit really hard. Remember I told you? As soon as I started building that wall, we build it on day 2. It seems like the dogs attack. Because I guess the devs know that a strategy where you build early like this is going to make you supremely strong. So this is like, they're saying, okay, if you survive the dog attack, then you get it. If not, haha, you're dead. It's kind of like a barrier. Because like I tell you, what I'm fixing to do is going to make you extremely powerful. Alright. Chop them up. Because I want his rotting flesh. He's a zombie dog. So the rotting flesh is the fertilizer I need to make my farm plots with. Alright, we have to be extremely careful because this is nighttime. And these zombie dogs can run very fast. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Gonna get my gun out in case I have to use it. There should be. I know I saw the other two over there. It's either 4, 5, or 6 of them. Now they may have dispersed because they lost my aggro. I lost their aggro when I ran off. So they start kind of walking around. There they are. There's 2 of them right over there. Alright. Let's go ahead and make some chrysanthemum right quick. Some red teas. That heat's another thing. Oh, what is that? Is that a spider zombie on top of it? You gotta be shitting me. There goes all my bullets right there. That's a very strong zombie that only comes out at night at low levels. He took almost half my life. This is why you get a gun as soon as possible. Okay. All right. Let's make a breach in our wall. I made it close to the fire because they can get burned in that fire. Chest is gonna matter. Yeah. Alright, let's climb up here. Let's get us some dogs. Where's he at? I suck with a bow, so I'll probably miss 30 times at this distance. Oh shit, really? Come on, doggy doggy. See, he lost me in the night. He lost his awareness. So I'll get another sneak attack on him. He can't see me. He can't see me. Get. Johnson is ready. Should have known better. I've seen the third one. He's over there. But there could be 4, 5, or 6. Okay. So I know there's one more. There could be 3 more. Seriously? Wow, my aim's getting better. Doing all these tutorials. Getting some practice with the bow. That's not what I meant to do. do this with a club, by the way. I mean, you have to get a perfect shot with a closer range weapon. It's hard as hell to do. Alright, that's the 3 that I saw. Now, had the trader not closed right at that moment and teleported me, I only had the one dog that saw me. The other 2 were around the corner. And I still had stamina to run, so I would have outran him. I would have ran down the street a little further is all. Alright, we do have a helmet light mod now, okay? You should have a button that you can click your lights on with. Whatever you bound it to in your settings, okay? Now, thank goodness we found that. Is there another dog over here? This is why you want to get what's called a weapon flashlight mod. And what that'll do is it'll be like a beam, and you can see much further away. So this kind of sucks, because I'm not going to see him until he's right on me, which is why I pulled the gun out. The helmet light mod only lets you see like what you can see right in front of you. I think that was it. There's another one somewhere, and I guarantee it. I've never seen less than 4. It's usually 4, 5, or 6. The other one might have gotten glitched up with the trader closing right at that moment. Like I say, see if I go near this trader. See, it teleported me. I don't know why they do that. But see, I was running from him right here. I had a lead on him, about 20 feet lead, and the other 2 were around the corner. They didn't see me. So I would have ran up here. Probably would have gotten over here to this. Jumped up there, and that would have broke his pathing a little bit. I probably would have pulled 2 or 3 zombies out of there. Could have been messy. It could have been messy. I think I would have outran him right about here. Turned around and crouched because it was nighttime and lost him. He wasn't that far behind me. He was too far behind me, and the other 2 were around the corner. So I've fought him many times, so that they're not that bad if you were listening. But did you notice how as soon as I heard him growl, go back on the video. As soon as I heard him growl, I took off running. I didn't fucking turn around, okay, and try and fight him. I was sitting right here hammering. And as soon as I heard him growl, I jumped the wall and took off. Okay, and that's what you've got to be doing. You've got to be listening, okay? I'm always listening. I told you. There's a chance, because I'm making this wall right now, I can guarantee you the dogs are going to attack me. Sure as shit, there they were, okay? Be listening. Be listening for the growl. If I hear that growl, I'm not going to turn around and go, oh, this fucking dog. Oh, the dogs. Boom. Now I got all 4 of them on top of me and I'm dead. Okay. Audio matters. Listen. Be listening. Damn it. Lay where I want you to lay. There we go. Alright. So now our red tea is done. I'm going to turn this off because it's generating heat. I'm going to put this away. Alright, let's put some cobblestone. We've got a good bit of cobblestone made. I know I can shift. You can hold shift and click, and it'll just drop it in your inventory, see? But I'm old school. I've been playing for a long time, and video games for a very long time, and back before we had the technology for a shift click. And I've got the habit of dragging, so I do apologize. It's just a habit. I'll put my grill in here. There are the 2 pots. Don't need the snow anymore. Alright. we just leveled. So let's go ahead and put one now on Miner 69er. Okay. And now we can build a new hammer, or I'm sorry, stone axe. And it should be quality 3, so we're going to scrap that one. Okay, that means we get a bigger yield, and we do more damage. Since I'm done leveling strength, I'm going to put my cigar back on. I don't need these feathers. And let me put this chrysanthemum back in here. Alright, I'm going to drink a red tea. Get this. Repair that. Alright. Alright, I want to finish building my wall. It's nighttime. I need to be paying attention. To be listening. You're obstructing, you're limiting your vision by looking at the blocks. I can't see what's behind me. I can't really see what's around me. It's going to get darker and darker. So I'm relying now on sound. Especially if I hear the bear, okay? We won't get another dog attack. Chances of that are almost none. But we only killed 3 dogs, and there could possibly be still 3 more. Like I say, the pack is between 4 and 6. Okay, so there's at least 1 more dog running around here. He may have gotten bugged out. If he was too close to the trader when the trader closed, I don't know. There is at least 1 more dog. Doesn't seem to be anywhere near us, so we should be okay. The worst thing to happen right now would be a herd. That delayed me. I had to get my wall up before it turned dark. And that sucks. Bushes in the way. See, if those dogs hadn't attacked me, we'd had the wall up and we'd be okay. We'd be building inside the wall right now. The dogs delayed us. So now it's dangerous, and that's how this game goes, okay? Alright, remember you're hammering, so you're making noise. At least I can see a little better now. And what we need, I think, is some forged steel, and we can make the hammer. Hammer is part of Miner 69er, and the hammer will upgrade with 2 hits instead of 3, and that will speed you up by 30%. But we don't have any forged steel. I know, I'm sorry, forged iron. I know the trader had forged steel, I remember seeing that. That's higher level, and we don't need that anytime soon. But we could use some forged iron. I think we need 18 forged iron to make a hammer. But it's not that big a deal. I want you to start paying attention to the amount of experience I'm going to be getting now, because now the experience is going to start coming in fast. And it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster. Like I say, it's not just about experience. I mean, I'm just mentioning that because it's a bonus, okay? That you're gonna level up really quickly. It's also, you're building your base.